Satan is keeping secrets from you, but I'm going to tell you what those secrets are right now. Welcome back, good to have you. The reason why I wanted to make this video was because of this comment right here. Satan is love, Satan is life, my man. Whoa, excuse me, anti-Kenway. I thought this was interesting because a lot of Satanists will worship Satan because of knowledge or something around that. It's weird how they worship one spiritual thing, not recognizing the other one, which is God. Like how I believe in God, not Satan, but I know Satan is real. I know they're real, but if you flip the coin of Satanists, Satan is real, God is not. What? Why? I just thought that was interesting, but let's move on, my friends. The first one is normalizing evil. This is a big one because Christians fall into this trap all the time and sometimes on a daily basis. Let me break it down for you. Satan, what is he? Evil. Next, evil is what? Wicked, wrong, and sinful. Take all that together, it's sin. And the final one, death. In James 1:15, it tells us that sin is more than just a bad decision, but each person is tempted. That's step one. When he is lured and enticed by his own desire, meaning giving into your flesh. Then desire, when it is conceived, gives birth to sin. So now you have done the sinful act already, but we're not done yet. And sin, when it's fully grown, brings forth death. When sin is fully committed, you've already done it and it brings nothing but evil out. It took 3 complete steps, but it went by so fast that we just think it's just a simple action. For example, me dropping this pen. Went by quick in less than a second, but there were steps to do so. First, my brain had to process that I wanted to drop this pen. And so my body went along and got prepped to drop the pen. And lastly, the commitment for my brain to say, okay, drop it. And then my body listens and I drop the pen. And the cause of it is my pen is on the floor. So whatever you do, there's always a process before the result actually happens. Which is why God says be sober-minded and self-controlled, because Satan prowls like a roaring lion. That's why those who are going after God all the time don't see sin anywhere or have a thought process of not sinning. But the moment you let go of something, Satan sees something and intervenes. But the interesting thing is that sometimes you don't even notice that he's there. Do your thing with God, don't let go. Don't let that bonfire turn into a matchstick. Let's say we light a match in a dark room. It's still a dark room with this tiny little light. But if you put a bonfire into a dark room, it lights up all 4 walls. Which one do you want to be? Number 2 is Satan is pretty weak, but he doesn't want you to know this. And people will tell me that when they're in their bad times of whatever situation's going on, that Satan is too strong for them, they're too weak, and there's no way he can get out of this situation. But Satan is really weak, and I talked about this recently, that if you're not training to fight and practice in righteousness, then you're not prepped to understand what to do. Like stepping into a UFC fight with a real fighter, then you're dead meat. But if you train yourself and equip yourself with the right strategy and form, then you can win. But with God, all it takes is love, and everything will be added to you. Love goes the extra mile. This is when God literally just consumes you day and night. And you're like a sponge wanting to understand more the knowledge of God and wanting to understand more about him and seeing what he's equipped you with. You got a weapon like a gun but weren't trained to use it, so then you're gonna miss almost every time. Satan is weak, but he wraps himself in lies. That's why God calls him the deceiver, because he fools Christians all the time. Because they listen to every spirit they hear, but the Bible tells us to test the spirits and discern them. Because not every spirit is going to be God. Anyway, it's like a rich kid in school. Yeah, I'm rich, I got this, I got all this stuff. And then you become friends with him. And he fooled you. He really isn't rich, but he just wanted to be your friend. He wrapped himself in lies to get near you. Like Satan wanting to go in your life and mess with you. But first he must appear himself much stronger, because then if he becomes and looks weak, then you'd be like, no. But if he wraps himself in lies and you believe those lies, then he becomes a lot bigger that you may think that you can't do anything about it. But for those who got Jesus all over them, Satan can't do anything. Number 3, Satan is deadly allergic to the Bible. He hates it so very much it has all the things that he does not want you to know, and I'm only going over 3 secrets, and this contains all of them. So when you're taking this in and you're aligning yourself with his word, at this point Satan is shoving tissues up his nose because he's got the Jesus flu, and he cannot go near you because you're covered in this light, and he's darkness. does not like any of that. That's why it says, for those who are in Christ, Satan flees. It's literally the coronavirus 2.0 for Satan. So sorry, but we don't have any antibiotics to help you out. Plus, you don't like healings. The best thing I can prescribe you with is don't mess with God's kids ever again, and you'll be just fine. Or so he thought, until Judgment Day. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, hit the like button to show your support, and subscribe so you don't miss any other preachings or videos that I make just like this one. If you want more from me, you can check out my podcast, Instagram, or TikTok for pretty much daily content. And once again, thank you. I love y'all. Messenger out.